Hello everyone, I'm going to show you why I love the Ninja DualBrew Pro coffee maker. This coffee maker lets you brew a coffee, a single serve with a K-cup, any standard K-cup, or a whole pot of coffee with a carafe, using your own coffee grounds. So first, let's take a look at it. I really like the display. It's got a touchscreen display, looks really nice. It has a clock that shows what time it is. Come around here, the DualBrew Pro has a separate hot water dispenser. That's what this is for. So if I've got this switch in hot water, down here, this port right here, it's going to dispense hot water from the coffee maker right there. And it won't go through all the, so you won't have any coffee taste in the hot water. And then make sure you select it back to bean. The display changes also. There's a hot water display and you can change different temperatures of the water and how much you serve of the hot water. And just by flipping the switch, it goes back to coffee. This model does have a warming plate. It's got this little tray, this little shelf that comes down. It's got a measuring cup that you store right here. It's got an onboard milk frother that works really well. It froths while you're pressing the button, and when you're done, it's very easy to clean up. Coming around to the back of the unit, I can move this water tank. Right now I've got the water tank over here. I can take this little piece of plastic off. I can move this water tank to the back to give it kind of a slim feature. Okay, now over on the right side, I've got a water tank that I can lift. It's got a nice area that I can reach my hand in here and take it off. I can take this over to the sink and clean it if I want, or fill it up with water. And then it sets on there really nice. Okay, so let's talk about up here. Things have kind of changed a little bit for the Ninjas. So this is called the pod adapter. This is for K-cups, and you're going to lift it up. It's got 3 needles and a single needle here. You're just going to put the K-cup in, you're going to close it, and it'll pierce the top and the bottom whenever you close it. Now, if we don't want to do K-cups, we got to take this pod adapter out. So you're going to move this to the remove, which is a little different. You may not be used to it, and then this whole adapter assembly is going to come out. This is only for K-cups. Now, this is our standard filter, number 4 cone filter basket. It's going to be in there if we do K-cups or coffee. But what's different now is you've got slide for grounds. So what you're going to do is when you want to do your own coffee grounds, you're going to take a number 4 cone filter. You can buy a reusable filter, but it has to be the one made specifically for this machine. Otherwise, take a number 4 cone filter. Put your ground coffee in there. Any normal coffee for a medium grind, like a normal drip coffee maker, will work. Then you're going to slide this forward. That's going to change the display now to coffee. We can do a full carafe. I can select whatever size I want to brew. 55 ounces is a full carafe, 12 cups of coffee. Or I can go all the way down to an 8-ounce brew. I can also do different styles of brew, rich, over ice, and a specialty brew. Specialty brews are only at 4 ounces. When you want to do a cappuccino or latte, it'll do just 4 ounces to give you a really concentrated coffee or an espresso shot. And whenever you have a size that's below the carafe, it does not turn the warming plate on. So if you've got a carafe selected, all of these, the warming plate comes on. But if you've got some of these travel mugs selected or the cups, the warming plate does not come on when you brew a pot of coffee. And up here it's a little different. So we got this tray here. Then we can slide this. There's our brew head. It just slides. The water is going to come in right there, the hot water. So when it's got like this is where it's like stored. When we're doing K-cups, it's back here. But when we move it forward, it's going to make contact right there. Now the hot water is going to go in here and brew over the coffee grounds. When you're done, you're simply going to lift this out. That's going to be your extra coffee, your brewed coffee that you can dump out. And again, the carafe fits in there very nice. This does have drip stop, so it lets you know, and you won't be able to do a brew. If you try to do a brew with it in drip stop, it beeps at you, and it shows you when the drip stop is open. What that is that stops the coffee coming out the bottom of the filter basket. So let's brew a K-cup. Here we're going to put the pod adapter in. Again, make sure the brew basket's in. We put the brew basket in for everything. Make sure this is slid back. Then we're going to put the pod adapter in. And there's a micro switch. When we slide this forward, it activates the display. I got my shelf down. Now we can lift this up. I like to do mine on 8 ounces, and you just simply, the brew button is right there. Just press that. So it brews a K-cup in about a minute and a half. And let's check the temperature. It's about 194 coming out the bottom. It's a very quiet coffee maker. So it does beep at you and it says the word end when the coffee's ready. Again, it's very simple. We just open this up. Here's the K-cup. We're going to make sure that could be hot. We're going to remove that. Close that. Move that back. That takes the pot adapter out. Then I can put my filter in there. So I grab the scoop on the side. So it's got some nice markings on it. So the big side, I'm going to do a half a carafe. So it's 3 to 5 of these scoops. Okay, so I used the scoop. I put 4 scoops in there. Then we're going to slide this forward. Make sure I got enough. I'll make sure I got enough water in the reservoir. Okay, so I've got the carafe down there. I've got this slid forward. Now I got to select. I want a half a carafe, 37 ounces, classic brew. Just hit start. Turns the warming plate on. I can turn the warming plate on and off. Even after it's done brewing, I can turn the warming plate on. And it starts brewing right away. It does brew for a little bit, and then it pauses, and then it continues to brew. It's a little bit noisier when it's brewing a pot of coffee, but this smells really good. So it gives you a little status. These little lights go over till it's completely done. Let's check the temperature coming out for the coffee maker. Again, right around 194. So say it's not done brewing yet, but say you want to get a quick cup of coffee. That's what the drip stop is for. Push that to drip stop. It stops the brew. I can grab a quick cup of coffee, pour me a cup of coffee, put it back in, finish the brew, go back over to open. I can program how long the warming plate stays on. And again, this is a programmable coffee maker. I can program it to come on in the morning and brew a pot of coffee or a single serve K-cup in the morning automatically at whatever time I choose. Okay, so when it beeps at you, it tells you it's done. Move the drip stop to close. Let's see how the carafe pours. Pours really nice. Again, the keep warm plate will keep the coffee warm. And you end up with about a 175 degree cup of coffee. I've had the coffee with the K-cup and the carafe, and it tastes really good. Everything you see is dishwasher safe. Let's see how the coffee grounds did. We're going to slide this back. Be careful, that can be hot. And here's your coffee grounds. Looks like it did a really good job brewing coffee. Thanks everybody for watching.